It's interesting because the whole lockdown terminology with regards to the external situation as well is symbolic for what has been done to us on an internal level. We have been made pliable, compliant, amenable, mind controllable. We have been, in short, MK Ultra'd in a massive way. This is done by imprisoning us in the toxic shame constructs, and the warden of that prison is the dark generator, which I've spoken about in many of my previous videos, but I've now decided to call it the Black Hands because I see what is going on with that, how there is this dark, nefarious influence living in our consciousness that literally controls and dictates our every move, or tries to very much. It's like consciousness is a web that is connected. It's like a sea, and the Black Hand is this dark, nefarious, demonic influence that influences it all the time and gets consciousness to create shit. It's like it does this in so many different ways. It's like the whole notion of, well, it's better to expect the worst, that way you won't be disappointed. But it's also there saying, oh, you've said this, you've offended so and so, you better get in touch and make apologies. And it's you do that because you believe the Black Hands. You make an apology, and it's like, why are you apologizing? I'm not upset at all. And it's like, oh, I see, I shouldn't have believed the Black Hand. It tells you that you're doomed. It tells you that evil always wins. It tells you that this is all there is. It tells you to worry. It tells you to be afraid. It tells you you're not going to be okay. It is a multifaceted thing. It is a dark, parasitic thing that lives in our consciousness and bends us to its will, slanting everything to the dark side. It is the uncreation, it is the inversion, and you only become aware of it when you are very awake. Then you all of a sudden begin to realize that, whoa, hold on a fucking minute, what is really going on inside of my consciousness? You learn to observe yourself, to witness yourself, your thoughts. I've researched schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. I've been many places and I've researched many things. And I see the possession factor. I see the Black Hand and how it is literally the puppet master. We're the puppets on the strings, and it's there doing that. We were born into the toxic shame construct. The Black Hand is the master, the predominant energy that slants everything to the dark side. Fear, fear, fear. Its minions are the NPCs that, mundane reality is this is how it works, and you can't say what you really want to say. You can't express your emotions because that offends us. You can't do a video and say that, I went to the hairdresser, this and this and this and this happened, and it drove me insane. Now I feel like this, now I feel extreme hatred and extreme rage, and my cat is doing my head in, and the people that keep phoning me and harassing me are doing my head in, everything is doing my head in, and that is how I feel right now, because, that offends people. That offends them. The only people that really get offended by that, I think, are kind of narcissists, or people that are profoundly uncomfortable with getting fucking real and raw with themselves. And if you are that person, you're not going to fucking heal. This fucking world is an MK Ultra prison. They're fucking with your head every fucking day. If you are not willing to really go into that, and deal with the fallout of that, what it has done to your psyche, what it has done to your cognitive behavioral patterns, if you're not willing to really go into that and really face that and really feel that and be totally honest about that and express that in some way and feel that, you're gonna feel a shitload of hate. You're gonna feel a shitload of rage. You're gonna go insane with it. You're gonna feel a shitload of grief, a shitload of discombobulation and chaos and insanity. When you really get to understanding what has been done here, what is being done here, what do you think is happening right now? Yesterday I was on Facebook and there was a good friend of mine that I love dearly, but who really just isn't awake, posted this meme saying that those who did not love you, abused you, did whatever they did to you, were there to teach you how to love yourself. Well, I read that and oh boy, that was incendiary. I mean, I was burning with rage and hate at reading that nasty, gaslighty platitude there. I said that, this is not helping people, that to actually give credit to your abusers, the psychopaths, the narcissists, the NPCs that do this to us on a daily basis, our own parents, our own families, whatnot, all these motherfuckers that have done this to us, that have abused us, that have manipulated us, that have gaslit the fuck out of us till we're completely fucked so that we can be used as batteries, as soul travelers, existing in this fake fucking thing. To say that we owe them some sort of credit for showing us how to love ourselves. I mean, it's all about, well, maybe, in the material realm, yeah, what they did wasn't right, blah, 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 but you see, you have soul contracts with them, and that is why it has to be this way, and it is good for you. Which just... oh boy, it infuriated me. I felt like I was insane with rage, because it is a perfect example of how they manipulate us and abuse us. This is all new age fucking nonsense, the kind of shit that Abraham Hicks would come out with, the kind of shit that Eckhart Tolle would come out with, the kind of shit that Oprah would come out with, or any of these fucking fuckers with their shiny, perfect faces and their big mansions by the sea. People that are always perfect, are always happy, are always squeaky fucking clean, like these cardboard cutout individuals that you get at supermarkets. Like ads, the Coca-Cola ad. This isn't real Ralph Smart, living waters, breathing, whatever, drowning more like. It isn't right, this isn't right, this is not right, people. This is not about empowering you, this is about disempowering you. We are walking through the valley of the shadow of death here, people. This is hell in many ways. In many ways. There are other beings here, souled beings, beautiful trees, beautiful animals, nature, souled, the living waters. All of us living souled beings are under so much groaning duress of trauma and abuse that has been unspeakable. And so awakening to that is really, really big, and it's not going to be pretty.